The following episode of Metaphiles is pulled from our archive and was recorded on June 28th, 2009.
Welcome to Metaphiles, June 28th, 2009. Coming at you once again. We're the podcast that talks to you. We talk about us. We talk about the we, the world. I'm still getting used to this. The we, the world, and the why.
We're going to have to clean that up at some point.
Okay. And, well, I'm having a hard time with the intro because I just saw that movie Gooby.
Gooby.
That's such a funny movie.
I love Gooby. I think it might be funnier than Hotel for Dogs. Hotel for Dogs, but Gooby might be better. Gooby. That Gooby was nuts, man.
Oh.
The stuff he got up to.
Gooby. But anyways.
Not as good as Paul Blart Mall Cop, though.
Oh.
Gooby was good. Don't get me wrong. Gooby.
Yeah. Well, it gives you hope for the future of comedy.
Gooby does.
Gooby and just Kevin James, you know? They're there's never, how is it going to get funnier than that?
I mean, 2010 is just around the corner.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody will be funnier than Kevin James.
No.
But no, they won't. And what I said was a joke, and that was supposed to be funny too.
Oh, no. But yeah. Anyways, so back to the intro. I'll try to focus here. This podcast,
Sure.
We, the World, and Why.
Remember that one part where Gooby... Okay, no.
This is a podcast that talks to you, and the topic is the great, the inimitable,
Yeah. Well,
the
wait.
incomparable. What's up?
May I?
Sure.
Hi, Zach Caffrey here for Metaphiles. We got a great product for you, and Jay's going to tell you all about it right now.
Billy Mays.
Yes.
That's the topic.
That's the topic.
OxyClean.
So much has happened this year in 2009. And amongst it,
Yeah.
we finally gave Billy Mays his own show.
Yeah.
And I've been watching it, and I love it.
I haven't seen it yet. There's just so much to watch.
There's so much. I mean, our prop for today, June 28th, 2009, is, of course, Walter White from Breaking Bad, my favorite currently airing television show.
Mm-hmm.
He comes complete with a bag of meth.
Is there real meth in there?
No.
Okay.
Smells good, though. Of course, it is the end of June.
Yeah.
And as we have been doing all year 2009, we just kind of go through some of the things that happened in the year of 2009.
This is what we do.
So, of course, something called the Genesis block of a blockchain.
I'm sorry. A block chain. Not like a wall, but a chain?
It's a blockchain. It's a lot of blocks together. And somehow this makes something called a cryptocurrency.
A what?
And its name is Bitcoin, and it was established in January of this year, 2009. I don't really understand it. But that's one of the things we haven't talked about yet that happened this year.
Yeah, let's all get a bunch of Bitcoins. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Of course, Barack Obama was sworn in as the president, 44th.
So dumb.
Yeah, it's
Barack
great.
Obama's great.
He's awesome. I hope he gets a second term. And hell, even a third.
And you know what? So long, Bush. You did stuff.
Mm-hmm. He did stuff, yeah. I just started playing this video game called Minecraft. Just came out.
Minecraft?
Minecraft. It's also blocks.
Okay, so it's you get the blockchains by playing Minecraft?
Minecraft might be a Bitcoin.
Oh.
I don't know. I just
I'm not
started
gonna waste
playing
money on that.
Anyway, it's
I tell you what, that lady Gaga. Wow.
with her hits on Poker Face of this year.
That lady Gaga with her hit Poker Face from this year.
Gaga.
Gaga. Whoa.
I'm Gaga for Gaga.
I heard her name for the first time and I said, I'm sorry, what? But now I'm a huge fan. Lady Gaga, you gotta check her out.
You gotta check her out. But let's get back to the news, of course.
Sure.
Earlier this month, there was an outbreak of the H1N1 influenza strain.
Who gives a shit?
Being referred to as swine flu. And they're saying that it could be a global pandemic. As if.
Yeah, I'm so fucking scared.
Like something like that would ever happen. And of course, we are sad to report that a few days ago, Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
And he was the king of pop. And
a lot to cover in this episode. A lot has happened very recently. King Pop died.
Yeah. Green Day's album 21st Century Breakdown has passed 5 million copies sold.
Hey, Green Day.
But perhaps most importantly,
If I, I can say it right now, and I could probably say it even 15 years from now, I'll still be saying, I hate Green Day.
what would Green Day have
I can say that with confidence.
What would Green Day have to do in 15 years to turn you around?
Do anything different than what they're doing right now. Ever. Then I'd be like, okay, cool, but I don't see him doing it.
Well, speaking of things you either like or don't like, of course, J.J. Abrams' film Star Trek just hit theaters about a month ago.
Yeah,
and, I've been waiting. I waited a month to ask you, what do you think of it?
Wait a whole month, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It captures the feel of the crew and the characters, but what it doesn't get is what Star Trek is really about, especially if you're going to redo the original series, which is just a good science fiction, story.
And you're a fan of Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is something I'm learning about you for the first time.
Yeah. No, I really am. I really like actually the original series. Maybe we'll do a podcast episode on it one day.
Hey, could be.
I'll bet you. I know this is crazy. I just got a feeling. I'll bet you $5,000 now, and if we do a podcast episode of this podcast about Star Trek, and under any condition, then you'll need to pay me $5,000. If we don't, I'll pay you $5,000. But if we do, I'm going to be expecting $5,000.
Well, I do imagine we're going to be doing this show where we discuss the news events of the past few months.
Sure.
For years to come.
Yeah. True.
We'll see how I'm doing financially. Should that time ever arrive? Let's say it's 2015 and we're reading about stuff that happened in January of 2015. I can't even imagine something crazy. Bitcoin is in the news again or something.
Yeah, hey guys, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin and it was a great decision.
Yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and invest in Bitcoin now, and then by 2015 I'll be so rich.
I bought a pizza, I'm so rich.
Imagine being able to buy a pizza. angry. Anyway, so yeah, that's a lot of the news and things that have happened for the year, and that's of course what we cover at the beginning of every episode of Metaphiles here. We have for quite some time now, and hopefully we do for many more years to come.
Hopefully. What if we take a big old break? What if we take a big old break and get back to it?
Right now?
Maybe. I don't
know. Yeah, let's take a break.
Well, I mean, like, from doing the podcast.
Oh, yeah, right now. Yeah, let's take a break and cut to one of our sponsors here in the year 2009, who we love and we hope to never do anything to offend.
Okay.
Jell-O. It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I eat Jell-O. It is made from horse hooves, they say.
I thought it was horse bones.
I think the hooves are bones.
The hooves?
I think hooves are bones.
It behooves me to eat Jell-O.
It sure does, Jay. And frankly, I wish I could just chew on a horse's foot. Straight up.
You know what? We should move on from current topics. Joe Rogan's
we're back. We're back now from our ad. Yes, I love comedian Joe Rogan.
He announces for the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Sure, he was just on Fear Factor not too long
ago.
Fear
Factory, right? No, that's the band. No, he's starting a podcast.
No shit.
Yeah. Maybe we can show him the ropes.
Maybe. I mean, I hate to say it, but get in line, Joe.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some catching up to do to.
I don't know, man.
I
think he's gonna catch up pretty fast. I think he's gonna.
Well, he's no Adam Carolla.
Yeah. Well, I think he's just gonna be like really smart.
He'll probably.
He comes across like he's gonna have a really smart podcast and be a smart person with a podcast.
Yeah, I think that's exactly.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, that's starting up in a couple.
Yeah.
Couple months. Wow. Yeah. So I guess tune into the Joe Rogan podcast when it comes out. See if it's any good.
Nobody will. Nobody fucking will.
No, I mean he's like not really that well known or anything. Just making sure there's nothing else massively important from the news. We'll come back to it perhaps. Maybe do a little Oscar rehash coming up. We'll see. But let's get talking about Billy.
Billy.
He's out there pitching every day.
Yeah.
Have you ever... we did the Nike, the Jell-O spot?
Yes.
Okay, Nike will be coming up.
Okay,
so we did the Jell-O spot, so we talked about the news. Now we can really start the show. Which is fortunate because I did not set the timer. I'm going to set it for 10 minutes. We've never done this before. I've never forgotten to set the timer ever before.
It's all right.
Since we started.
It's the first time for everything with the podcasts.
Yeah.
With podcasts we do.
Yeah. So, keep that in mind, Joe.
Yeah. Take notes, Joseph.
Have you ever bought... Well, do you like Billy Mays? That's a fun way to open the conversation.
Yeah.
Do you like Billy Mays?
That's just... It's so obvious, like...
That's pretty good.
Yeah. He just comes on TV and you're like, wow. Like he just... Boom. And it's just kind of... there's so many commercials that are so stupid.
Yeah, in 2009, I gotta say, commercials have gotten very bad.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're too quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They're too cogent.
Yeah.
But Billy Mays, it's like a really refreshing...
Quiet.
Well, it's a really refreshing take on it where it just... The commercial comes on and it's just like... Just like a wall of sound.
Yeah.
Just assaulting you with information. It's kind of refreshing, honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes when Breaking Bad goes to commercial, as this week's episode is airing, these commercials are so mellow.
Yeah.
I start damn falling asleep.
Me too. It's like I wish they would just like maybe even turn up the volume on the sound in their commercial noticeably higher than any of the other programming.
Yeah.
To get me to just pay attention.
Yeah. And I've been starting to notice these days. You know, we could point to some of the great comedies of our time. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Hotel for Dogs. A hotel for dogs.
Room service.
Oh, one bone.
Yeah.
The whole hotel is for them?
It's
and of course, Gooby.
Gooby.
These comedies are starting to they're starting to be kind of random.
I love when people say that.
Yeah.
Let's get the word random on WordTube.
Yeah. The WordTube, we use it to pull up words. It can show us any word.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Social media, right? Idea.
Isn't that what's up?
I have a crazy idea for a word I want to see on the fact tube later. The word tube. We really should call it, because
we probably should.
In fact, what you ask it to do is show us words, and it always has. We'll get back to that. We got to stay on topic here. We're getting a little random. But I would like it if commercials started doing this and just were funny. Make your commercial be funny and be kind of random. And Billy Mays is like that.
Yeah.
He's like shouting at you.
You're like, whoa.
And he's telling you, like,
yeah.
Do you hate when you slam head first into the side of your car and now there's a dent in your car? Like, what? I've never done that.
Random. We should start a club about, like, random people. I mean, we can call it Club Random.
Yeah, just random
just a
people.
Podcast or something.
Just any random person.
That would be really hip. Currently, I wouldn't want to wait too long to jump on that, but if we start a podcast right now called Club Random, it would probably be a big, pertinent, and funny and hip podcast. Yeah. Now in 2009.
We should start
It's gonna go like that, so we better jump on it.
We should start Club Random right now. Imagine where we'll be in a couple of years, even.
Wow.
Let's get the
word tube.
The person sayer.
Oh, the person sayer.
To just say a random person. Usually we ask it to say a specific person, but let's see what happens when it says
Taylor Swift.
Oh. I am really glad we have that thing.
Yeah.
It comes in handy so often. So, we've covered that you like Billy Mays.
Yeah.
I like Billy Mays too.
Yeah.
I think he's a lot of fun. Have you ever bought a product advertised on television?
Never. And even I have never, and I wouldn't even for the next 15 years of my life. Probably wouldn't either.
Yeah.
It's not me.
You can't conceive of a product that would tempt your bank card.
Mm-hmm. No. I don't.
That's a cool noise you just made. I like that.
Thanks.
It sounds sort of like you're rubbing the side of a balloon. Can you do it again?
Or maybe Walter White's head.
Imagine if Walter White's head was a balloon. Random.
Yeah.
This is the new comedy.
How about we both say random at the same time, and I'll put it on one of these instead of a person's name, and it'll just be like that.
It'll say what we said?
Yeah. We just try it.
Okay, we say it at the same time?
Yeah. We go 1, 2, 3, random, and then like just use when we say random, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Random.
Really cool.
Random.
Wow.
Random.
And anytime either one of us says something that's random, we can push it.
It's going to be a lot. I hope that the person sayer doesn't get tired.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Have you bought anything from TV? From TV ads?
No.
Huh. Okay. Well, welcome to Layla Plays. This is a part of the podcast which is timeless. The timeless part of this podcast.
Yeah,
where
I feel like you've been doing it from the very beginning.
I'll come up with a podcast idea that could potentially, I'm still figuring this part out, be better than what this podcast is.
Yeah, I got one for you.
Sure, go ahead.
Joe Rogan hosts it. The guy from Fear Factor.
No, fuck. No.
No hard feelings, Joe.
We're rooting for you, Joe.
Yeah.
We'll step aside. Not.
No.
So, yeah. Anyways, podcast idea better than this podcast, potentially. So this week, I'll just kick right into it.
Huh.
Welcome to Balls Cast.
Oh.
This is my co-host, Zach. Zach, how's it hanging?
Low.
Hell yeah. Topic this week is sweat. Yeah. It's not that great. It's the middle of summer, and that can be a little annoying, can't it?
Hell yeah.
That's right. Moving right along, let's go right into our favorite or the only segment of the show. They got balls.
Balls.
That's right. So, yeah, They Got Balls is a segment. I'll go first. Madonna.
Yeah, they got balls.
Yeah. Talked with a British accent.
Yeah. Is maybe still.
What?
Might still be doing that.
Yeah. No, she's still doing it?
Maybe.
I just heard her on David Letterman.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so she talks with a British accent. She's from America.
Uh-huh.
Not a thing British about that woman.
No.
And she talks in a British accent. That takes balls.
They got balls. Or, as she might say, they've got Tommy knockers.
They've got bullocks.
They've got bullocks, that's the word. I knew there was one.
No problem. What do you got?
I gotta work on my British accent. Bulls. They got balls.
Moving on. The sponsors of our podcast. Zach, I'm going to let you take this one.
Absolutely. PlayStation 3. Get ready. It's the third kind of PlayStation, and it's better than the first one, and it's better than the second one, and it's way better than the first one because it's better than the second one. The newest style of gaming that there is, the PlayStation 3 from Sony.
Our second sponsor is Manscaped. It's a brick and mortar shop here in Nashville who is run by a guy. He says he has a crazy idea for Manscaped, and he says one day maybe it'll even be a website.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You go into his place, he shaves your balls for a very reasonable fee.
And he does it really well.
He does a great job.
So he's our sponsor. Go check him out.
He makes you sign a lot of paperwork before he does it, but hey.
He's on MySpace. Link in the YouTube details segment. That's below this screen that you're watching. If you scroll down on your web browser, your Microsoft Internet Explorer just a little bit, you'll see that link to his MySpace.
Yeah.
And get in there and get some smooth balls. And finally, our third sponsor for Ballscast is beer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Just beer, any beer.
Burp noise. Sorry.
Random. All right.
I can't help it.
Well, that's been all for Ballscast today. Hang loose.
Oh.
So that's the idea. I think it might be a fun podcast to do on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I'm going to
every
think
week
about
talking
it.
about balls every week. Yeah.
I'm going to definitely think about it.
So, yeah. Think about it, and
Yeah, I will.
we'll be right back. Welcome back, segment 2, Metaphiles. Why, Billy? Wait, welcome back, segment Billy. Welcome, Billy. Segment Files.
Definitely starts with welcome.
Welcome. Segment 2, Billy Mays and the world.
Mm-hmm. We're going to learn some things about Billy Mays. This is a new thing we want to try, where we learn about the topic instead of just talking about the news.
Yeah, we do talk a lot about news, don't we?
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's great. Things are going so well.
Well,
it's fun
just
to
like,
talk about the news.
Yeah, it is.
Barack Obama's the president.
And the news is well covered, you know, responsibly and in a measured way. So it's just kind of like, maybe if we talk about it and make it a little bit more wild, the news might be a little bit more exciting. And maybe that's going to do society a lot of good to just concentrate on making the news as hyperbolic as we possibly can. Just as a podcast. You know, we're just a dumb little podcast. We don't, you know. Anyways, I'm going off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's... you know, I can only speak as a journalist, as a news broadcaster.
You're
Well, I mean, we are a news show here.
Yeah?
Essentially.
We're not, like, sanctioned.
No. But seeing things like Paul Blart Mall Cop and Hotel 4 Dogs.
Gooby.
And Gooby. I kind of just am more in a mind to concentrate on comedy these days.
Okay. Sure.
You know? Hey, Zach Caffrey here, and I got some facts about Billy Mays. You're going to want to hear them, and I'm going to tell you 4 of them, and then I'm going to tell you at least a few more for free.
You're just like him.
Billy Mays was born on July 20th, 1958 in McKees Rock, Pennsylvania to Joyce Palm and Billy Mays Sr. and raised in Pittsburgh. He was a student at Stowe Rocks High School and later matriculated to WVU, West Virginia University, a school with which I am currently very familiar. He was a linebacker, a walk-on linebacker for 2 years there.
Wow.
What does a walk-on linebacker means?
It means that he wasn't playing with any teams and he wasn't from any high school team even. He was just a dude that went to tryouts.
So 2 teams would be in the middle of the game and he would run out and go, "Hi, Billy Mays here, ready to lineback for you. Throw me the ball and I'll show you just what I can do with it. And that's not all. I'll score a touchdown as well."
Are you tired of runners getting through your O-line all the way to the end zone? I'm Billy Mays here. Yeah. He kind of just, he probably did that. He sold them.
Yeah.
He sold their asses, man.
I'm gonna score you 6 points, and that's not all. I'm gonna score you 2 additional points with a kickoff.
Random.
He dropped out of school, Jay. Billy Mays did. To go and work for BM Sr. and his hazardous waste trucking company.
Bowel Movement Senior?
Yes.
Wow.
Bowel Movement Sr. had a hazardous waste trucking company.
That's That's apt. That's fitting. That yeah.
And Billy Mays said, "Do you want your hazardous waste out of here?"
Billy Mays here.
How many times do we get to do that? Over and over and over again, right?
Hundreds of times.
Okay.
Hundreds of times.
And I'm going to take your hazardous waste over there. And what's better, it won't be over here anymore. Anyway, he did that for a while, then he moved to Atlantic City in 1983.
Billy Mays here for Atlantic City. Interesting move.
Drop out of college, drive some hazardous waste around for a while, and then say,
I'm going to Atlantic City.
Who
moves there? You know, that's where you go when you're in a movie and you're like, I gamble, but it's not. But that's a movie in the Northeast instead of in Cali. You know.
Yeah.
So who moves to Atlantic City?
It's like something that happens in a movie.
Yeah.
Like Transformers: Rise of the Fallen or something.
Movies are never going to get better than that.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I tell you what I saw is that Taken. And I liked the scene where he says, "I have a special set of skills." I've been saying that to everybody, and everybody's really enjoying it a lot. I'm gonna keep saying it for a long time.
It'll probably still be funny.
Yeah.
Many years in the future.
I bet 15 years or something from now, that when anybody says the word Liam Neeson, people will still be tripping over each other to be the first to get to say, "I have a special set of skills."
Yep.
They'll be tripping over each other to do it.
And it'll still be funny.
It'll be awesome. In Atlantic City, Billy Mays starts selling Washmatic portable washing devices, which is like a hose attached to a sponge attached to a thing.
Washmatic washable washing devices.
Mm-hmm. The word portable is in there too. That's it. Maybe the important part.
Washmatic washable washing devices portable.
And he's also starts selling products that were as seen on TV, including the Ultimate Chopper.
Oh yeah, he did the.
Yeah. Yeah.
The carrot.
Yeah. And now you can make pico de gallo with carrots.
Pico de gallo.
Random. That's another thing that's never going to get old.
No doubt.
He says, I was taught by a lot of old pitchmen, and that's kind of the style I have. Billy Mays says.
Really, Billy? Is that true?
That's true, and that's not all. I also yell. 12 years of selling later, at fairs, home shows, auto shows, and all over the United States, Billy Mays...
Under bridges in major cities.
Hey, Billy Mays here, under this bridge.
Billy Mays here, crack cocaine.
And that's not all. You're going to want more.
Yeah, it's not the classic, hey, psst, you want to buy some drugs? Billy, you're just walking down the dark alley, and you just hear, Billy Mays here.
And I know personally from having tried this cocaine that it is the best on the market.
If you can't tell by how I'm speaking.
So he's doing all this selling all over the place, and he meets a fellow named Max Appel, who seems... He seems like a nice fella. Nice hello.
A lot of salesmen initially make the impression that they're nice fellas.
Yeah.
And that's what you gotta be careful about.
That's true. And, we're discussing a salesman. And we will get to, I think, maybe is he a good guy, really? And do we need him? And if so, why?
Well, we gotta save that for our favorite segment, in which we moralize the subject of our our episode.
Yeah, it's the show where we news and we moralize.
Let's judge on the basis of morals and ethics.
We are, of course, the moral fellas. and the Moral Files.
Ooh.
So, Max Appel and Billy Mays. Max Appel is the founder of Orange Glow International. The two meet and are competing for audiences at events. They're rivals.
Oh. It's a good way to hone your craft.
Yes.
Maybe we'll be rivals with Joe Rogan.
Maybe. And maybe it will make us
won't
better. I mean...
Maybe. He probably won't make it.
Let him dream.
Yeah.
You know, let him watch this and dream. But one day, Appel was about to deliver a thing, and his microphone broke. And Mays had an extra one, and he gave it to Appel. And they became friends.
Billy! He's such a nice boy.
So nice.
Billy!
And it's kind of just like what happened to you and me. I was doing a podcast, and you were doing a separate podcast at the table right next to me. And then your mic broke, and I said, why don't you use mine? And we said, why don't we do the podcast together?
We're going to talk about this? I thought...
And that's when we... Because I was just...
talk about it.
Well, it's
a fun story.
I was just doing the news.
Yeah.
Breaking scoops. You were doing layer
Sports
players.
Podcasts. Well, layer players.
Which was all about people doing layer ups.
Yeah.
Initially.
It morphed over time.
Yeah. It was about basketball players doing layer ups.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And I said, hey, Zach, would you let my podcast just be a small segment in the first segment of your podcast, please?
And I said, yes.
And here we are.
So they became friends, and Appel hired Mays to be OGI's national spokesman. So they went from rivals to the other guy being like, hey, you do all the talking.
They understood their own strengths and weaknesses. That's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Self-awareness is very important.
Yeah. I would say in pitching, in broadcasting, in podcasting,
even when you're being very ironic about the things you're saying on a podcast in a hypothetical situation, turned into a comedic premise. Anyways.
Yeah. Which we don't do, but...
No.
But I would like to give that lesson to Joe Rogan is just know when not to talk, too.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have a problem with that.
No, I don't think so, but, if we can be the Appel to Joe Rogan's Mays.
Mm-hmm.
By the late 90s, Mays had moved to Dunedin, Florida.
Dunedin,
you're familiar.
Yes.
Okay, I did wonder as I was writing that down. Near to your own? In the 90s, were you near there?
I'm not that familiar. I think it was on the same coast.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's on the West Coast.
Did you ever walk out of your front door in the morning and from not too far away hear, Billy Mays here, talking to you about
trying to call a cab over down that table. Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here, needing to get over there. He begins Mays Promotions Incorporated.
He was actually we were at the beach and he was actually washed out. He'd been pulled out by the tide. Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here, dying. He starts Mays Promotions Incorporated, which produced ads in which he appeared, and he focused on the on-screen portion of it and let local production companies do the technical stuff. So these were self-produced, and he was also fostering the video production community of the Tampa Bay area.
It's a smart business model.
Yeah. Billy Mays, smart at business.
Where's the overhead there? There is none. You show up and you be Billy Mays. Come on now.
He also starts getting appearances on the Home Shopping Network. By 1999, he's doing commercials for Orange Glow, a family-owned Colorado-based company. He's doing OxyClean, Orange Glow, Kaboom. Moves on to hardware, wrenches, vacuums, hands-free cell phone devices, car dent, fixers, healthcare plans. But that's not all. Mini burger makers.
What? Like Crystal Burgers? Like White Castle?
More like that, I think.
They're the same thing.
I've never eaten at Crystal's. People by this point have found out that Mays in your commercial equals a buffo. B-O. if Mays is in your commercial, you're making money. And he's in such high demand that he is able to choose what products he will hawk.
Billy Mays here with Billy Mays.
Are you tired of not having Billy Mays in your commercial? Well, now you can.
You're tired of not having Billy Mays shit in the toilets of your production studio?
Random. His contracts often included a percentage of the products that he sold. He would get a percentage of their gross revenue. And he maintains that he only pitched products that he was an avid user of and really believed in. And through selling things he thought really worked and getting a proceeds of the profits.
He was just saying that shit so that he believed it. Because in the words of John Costanza from Steinfeld, the TV show, it's not a lie if you believe it.
So you think the ultimate thing that Billy Mays sold was he sold Billy Mays the belief that Billy Mays believed in the things Billy Mays was selling.
You're damn right.
Wow, pretty good salesman. Anyway, because of this, he became very wealthy. He is very wealthy. He's got fans, and he signs autographs for people, and he's making talk show appearances, and they finally gave him his own show called Pitchmen on Discovery Channel. It's airing this year, 2009.
Holy crap! I can't remember that I really wanted to watch that, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just came out, and you don't remember having wanted to watch it.
That's what I'm saying. I want to watch it.
Well, I watched the whole thing. The whole first season that has come out so far. There's a few episodes left to go.
Really?
And I genuinely really enjoyed it. And
well, season 2 is surely coming down the pike. I'm excited for that.
I imagine so. He's gonna have Taco Bell commercials coming up in August, which is gonna be fun.
Billy Mays here, Yo Caro. Taco Bell.
Do you want tortillas? That's not all. I'm going to throw in beans and cheese for no extra cost.
Pull up to the speaker in the drive-thru. Billy Mays here. He replaces all the voices.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Or how about Werner Herzog as a drive-thru employee?
Sure.
May I take the order of what will fill the void you have come seeking?
Although your need to consume food will be never-ending throughout the entirety of your days, perhaps for one few brief respite, you can be sated. Would you like a biggie bag?
Would you like to I was trying to do like a biggie size, like something size it, like would you like to overwhelming size your order? Something like that. Big laugh.
Yeah.
He says that word a lot.
The existential crisis.
Would you like to existential size your order?
Let me take you through an episode of the Billy Mays television program.
Let's go,
Pitchmen.
baby.
Okay.
I'm ready.
First of all, he co-hosts it with Anthony Sullivan, who is also a very famous pitch guy.
He's not a ShamWow guy, huh?
He's British guy.
Okay. I fucking hate him.
Oh.
You know how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that you feel that way about the British in 2009.
I'll never change. I can promise you that.
We'll see. So the way the show works is they go to the offices of Telebrands, which is run by a guy named AJ Kubani, and this is where As Seen on TV stuff exists. Telebrands has an open lobby and an open telephone line. Anybody that has come up with any weird bullshit can call them or show up, and they get a 2-minute pitch. Anyone.
So cool.
Any fucking idiot who's like,
that's awesome.
I was tired of having to pick up my fork and put down my spoon, so I made a thing where the spoon comes out of this side and the fork comes out of this side.
We have like 50 ideas that could. Well, I mean, I think we'll have like 50 ideas that will.
That was one right there. So add that to the file.
There you go.
Spoon on this side, fork on this side. Pretty fucking good, actually.
Spoon on this side, fork on this side.
Let's see. I got a salad here and a soup right here. Yum. Okay, we gotta go to Telebrands.
Let's keep moving, baby.
Yeah, I forget where their offices are, but we gotta go. So anyway, Anthony and Billy, they sit in on these pitch meetings.
Billy. Okay.
And they're able to do this because, of course, AJ Kubani knows, like, these guys are my Shaq and Kobe.
Okay. Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
No, it's incredible.
2000.
Kobe looks promising.
2009? Okay. I don't really follow sports in 2009. Anyway, they picked the two pitches per episode that they like the best, and they do everything in their power to make these people's fucking dreams come true. And they, like, if they see the product and they think, like, this is a product that we can sell,
split on one side, fork on one side.
Yeah. Then Billy and Anthony will be like, we're going to take this product out into the world, to the people. So for this episode,
I love this.
This guy had this gel he had accidentally discovered in his garage that he found out was really shock absorbent.
How do you find that out?
Well, he was trying to make something for, like, to make good golf balls or some bullshit. I don't remember.
He was trying to make something to pound. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And so this guy invents what's called a fleshlight.
Yeah.
And
Billy Mays here with a flashlight. Beat you to it, buddy.
Anyway, he finds out this thing is really shock absorbent, and he is like, well, you know, I could do all sorts of different things with this, but I want to give it to the working class. I'm going to create shoe inserts out of it. I'm going to make the best, most shock absorbent shoe insert, so these people that are on their feet all day, it'll be better.
Did he get a doctorate from a college?
He seemed like just kind of a guy.
Uh-huh.
He's a family man. He's got like 4 kids, bunch of pets, lives in Minnesota. He puts all his money into this thing. He's like he's put his house up for mortgage. He quit his $15,000 a year job. He comes into the Telebrands, sits down in front of Billy Mays and Sully. Mm-hmm. He takes out a sheet of this stuff. He says, here's how shock absorbent this is. He folds it over his hand. He starts hitting his hand with a hammer. Mm-hmm. And Billy Mays right away is like, dude, you got it. I don't need anything else from you. Like, that hand on the hammer shit, that's gold.
This is great shit. These stories don't fucking... Well, I mean, I can't see these stories happening 15 years from now. It'll probably all be bullshit then.
It'll all be bullshit then.
Anyway,
Billy Mays like, dude, fuck yeah. I'm doing the hammer thing on the commercial. You just did the commercial to me.
Wow.
So there's a whole thing, you know, it takes 40 minutes for everything to happen. You're also just kind of getting to see Billy and Sully just like they're buds. They sort of give each other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, they make that guy's dream come true.
Beautiful.
And they show the gross projected sale whatever things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this guy's on track within the first year to make $1 million.
It's gross, but it is $1 million. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. And we'll go to break from there. Oh, well, one more thing I'll say
Fantastic
is that
stuff. I
that,
really like Billy Mays. What's up?
Me too, and I really having watched this show, we'll get to it, but I think he's on the level. The other product for that episode was this guy pitching something called a GPS buddy, which is like back then you had to, or this, you know how right now you have to mount a GPS on your windshield.
I know how that works currently, yes.
Currently, that is how things are. Well, this guy came up with a thing where you can like put it in your cup holder, basically.
No. I'll see that shit when I believe it.
Well, and Billy Mays was like, it's a good product, but I don't see that. There's not really a wow factor. Can you hit your hand with a hammer or something? Because that's how I do stuff.
Oh, wow factor.
Well,
that's incredible.
Billy Mays knows what he can and can't sell. And he's like, if I can't hit my hand with a hammer on this thing, then I don't know if I'm the right guy.
I guess that.
And then Sully is like, well, you don't understand because you drive a fucking Bentley now. You don't get how people with GPSs work. And Billy Mays just takes it. He's like, yeah, you're right. He knew.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
Wow. We'll be right back. Billy Mays here with the fleshlight. No, it's
Are you tired of having sex with only your own hand? So am I.
Segment 3.
Yeah.
Why?
And, we're going to talk about why him.
Yeah, why Billy Mays?
Yeah. This normally, of course, is where we would do the tweets. But
it's not catching on.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could see if we can read a tweet.
Let's do it. I'm just usually right about things that I say. I'm just like known for that. So when I say like Twitter is just like, what do you got? Don't do it, Walter. Don't do it. I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it, Walter. Your show's going great.
I didn't want to do it, but I slipped.
Should have thought about committing suicide on that icy patch. Sorry, the internet's so slow. I always forget that on my brand new
don't worry, it'll be better in 15 years.
Smart device.
Yeah.
I can't. It won't even let me look at it because I don't.
Give it 15 years from now, in 2009, and the internet will work like it should.
Oh, Jay.
I promise, yeah.
Jay.
What's up?
Oof. Well, here on June 28th, 2009.
Episode? I don't even remember what episode it was, but Metaphiles episode.
Billy Mays has been found dead.
Uh-huh.
No, this is real. No, Jay, it's real. He was found unresponsive in his home in Tampa, Florida, and pronounced dead at 7:45 a.m. this morning.
Dude, he moved away from Tampa. You said that in the notes.
He's age 50 and appeared to have died overnight. The Associated Press reports that it seems that the cause of death is as yet unknown.
Let me guess, OxyClean. He overdosed on OxyClean?
Jay.
Is that the joke?
This is no time. Billy Mays is dead.
Okay, he's really dead.
Yeah. He died this morning, June 28th, 2009. There will be no Taco Bell commercials.
You just were looking something up on your phone, saw it on Yahoo?
Yeah, Yahoo News, where I get my news. So there will be no season 2 of Discovery Channel's Pitchmen. There will be no Taco Bell ads.
Oh, cut this part out.
Yeah.
He's actually dead. Or is this a bit?
No, he died this morning, June 28th, 2009, 7:45 a.m. Found unresponsive. Associated Press reports.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll cut back. We have to do the Nike ad.
Yeah, we have to. No, we have to, or it's our ass. Okay.
Okay. Nike Do a sport, you fuck. Get off your fucking ass. Run around. Michael Jordan.
Nike, do a sport.
Just do it.
That's a good one. Well, welcome. We just took a... I didn't believe it, so we took a break and confirmed that Billy Mays is dead.
Yes. Finding this out on air, of course, but the show must go on. I think Billy Mays would have agreed with that.
Well, the man just died, and
yes.
I just said Billy Mays here with the fleshlight.
Right.
So...
Well, of course, this is going to rock our nation for who knows how long. But hopefully when we consider, tragedy plus time equals comedy, as we are pivoting this episode into being a comedy show.
This shit might be funny in like 15 years.
Maybe. We might have to shelve this episode for a while.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because I think it's been really good. I think we've really found a lot of new stuff on it.
It was a fun app. It is a fun app. We just got to shelve it, and yeah.
Hopefully.
You're right. If we just can't do it too soon.
No.
Release it too soon.
We'll have to wait until people are really ready to hear about Billy Mays. And I don't know how long that's going to be.
Well, it's like, imagine doing an episode like 9/11 right now. Are you making any 9/11 jokes right now?
Yeah, which of course we shelved that episode.
8 years.
Still haven't put it out yet.
Yeah.
And we probably never will, but who knows? So, but we have to finish it, just in case it does come out one day.
Yeah.
So, let's just talk about Billy Mays and what he meant to all of us 15 years ago.
Billy Mays.
And today,
hypothetically.
2023.
Yeah. No, it's too much. Anyways, well, Billy Mays.
He was a salesman.
Yeah.
He believed, I think, in the American dream.
He did more work for the American dream than I think anybody.
He did as
in
much
the past decade.
He did as much and slightly more than the British guy that he co-hosted the show with to foster the American dream.
He did so much more than the fucking British guy.
He did. He smashed his hand with a hammer.
Yeah.
I thought Billy Mays was a whole lot of fun.
I did too.
And we'll never have another one like him. Jeez, I wish we could see a picture to remember him in this moment. Maybe.
Give me a second. Hold on.
I know the word tube isn't really calibrated for this.
No, I can make it do it.
Let's it's got a powerful
Fuck.
And wait, I've got the meth. There we go.
Don't flip out, Walter. We have the meth. Jeez.
You can still sell that.
He's so uptight. I think we can show Billy Mays on this now.
Okay.
We have to just say it. We have to say, let's show Billy Mays on the person tube.
Let's show it on the person tube.
Is it?
Okay.
Oh. It's working. I just turned it off.
Yeah.
I'll fix that and
we'll try it again. We'll try it again in a few minutes. Let's have the person sayer say Billy Mays.
I think it's this one.
Billy Mays.
Jeez.
Let's not do this let's take a big long break before we do this again.
Before we do
another
an episode of it. Yeah, because...
Right?
It seems like right now that just anything could happen in the news.
Yeah.
Scary. It's a frightening day when even Billy Mays can be taken from us. So.
Anyways.
What a villain death is. Just a villain death.
What would the villain of Billy Mays be?
Death, it would, I think.
Death.
Who was more full of life?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Billy Mays here with life. Come on. That's inspiring.
Yeah. Do you want to be alive?
Billy Mays here, do you want to be alive? Yes. Yes. Why Billy?
Why, Billy?
Why? Belief.
I wonder if
that's why Billy. Excuse me. Belief. He wasn't a salesman. He was a believe man.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, frankly, if the as seen on television style of advertisement will even be relevant a few years from now.
I don't want to go on a rant, but I just have this suspicion that what it's going to end up like that many years from now is completely soulless and just a very simple, unimaginative, flat, featureless format that probably lasts all of 5 seconds. And it's the same for every single thing that you hear. And it just depends on like how much money you put into that specific platform. And that's all that matters. And it's all fake. And nobody actually likes the shit. Because there's no Billy Mays.
No, we lost a hero today. We lost a real one.
Mm-hmm.
And that is anything but
random.
Jeez. What a lesson to learn.
Well, you've got to sell it to me. That's how you got to get the lesson passed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sorry if this is out of nowhere, but I don't take lessons lightly, so like I'm just asking you now for the first time, sell me a lesson, sell me one.
Okay. All right.
We've only been doing it for for like the last episode we did the lesson. We haven't even.
Well, I really believe in it tonight. I think the lesson of Billy Mays' life, cut tragically short this very morning, is that if you can believe in something, you can connect with people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can connect with people, you may be able to improve their lives.
Mm.
And that's something I'd like to tell Joe Rogan to think about as well.
Yeah. Hopefully his podcast embodies this lesson from Billy Mays. Great lesson. That is a lesson.
That's the lesson of this episode.
If you believe in something, you can connect with people. You can improve. You can help people.
When you believe it, that we find ourselves here, we're just wanting a lesson for the first time ever on Metaphiles, and I'm the person who was able to give us one.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
You're the lesson king.
Let's hope I maintain my throne. My throne. My throne.
How do you want to make it interesting? I'll bet you $5,000 right now that the throne will be broken.
Well, we'll see how my byte coins are doing. We'll see how
Mind cave.
We'll see how my Minecraft.
Minecraft.
We'll see how my Minecraft is doing by then. Sorry, we are a comedy podcast. We decided this episode, so just trying to provide some levity to this dark, dark day.
We know how depressed you all are because of this news. We're trying to make it funny.
Yeah. We're trying to have. I really only can describe it as some yucks here in this deeply, just overwhelming moment.
Really is. I would like to have Billy May in the Pinewood Lanes. Right? Billy May is up there.
Whatever you mean by that, I agree with you.
What did I say?
That you'd like to have him up in Pinewood Lakes.
Pinewood Social.
You'd like to have him be at your Pinewood Social.
Well, the place here in Nashville by the river. I would like to sit down with Billy Mays.
Love to. Do several rails of cocaine.
Right there in the middle of Pinewood.
And just really break
down. A table
down.
with a waitress in front of us. Yeah.
And just really break it down how that it's a fork on one side and a spoon on the other side would work.
Yeah, here's the pitch. You hold it up, the fork side. He's like, Billy, hold up. Mm-hmm. And then you just flip it. It's a spoon.
Holy shit!
You don't say anything. Because if you can believe it, you can chat with people.
That's right. That's
All
right. Yeah.
That's the work, right? I mean,
well, we're doing the work of getting over him. Yes. I just I'm getting emotional. I'm just gonna step in the back for a minute.
Okay. Cool. Whoa.
Sorry, Walter. Billy.
He's taking it hard. He's taking it.
Jason.
Hi.
It's me, Zach.
Uh-huh.
From 15 years in the future.
Oh my God.
Are you doing a show? Are you doing it right now?
Yeah, 2009.
Jason. Is this the Billy Mays episode?
Yes.
Wow, this was a really funny one.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Good.
It's really good. Listen to me.
Okay.
It gets so much worse.
The podcast?
Oh, everything.
Oh, the world?
It sucks, dude.
Why?
Oh, man, it sucks.
Why does it suck?
This is the episode where you learned about Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yeah.
It is the most popular podcast.
Good.
Like, so much more than ours. We're still doing it, by the way.
Why is he more popular than ours?
I don't know. I've really never seen it. Anyway.
Okay, what else?
Well, I'll just catch you up on some stuff real quick.
You lost a lot of hair.
It's because things are so bad in 2024.
Okay. For you so far.
Oh. Okay. Really didn't think it was going to be like this. That's fine. Look, this thing, which you know as the people sayer, it's the beats me. Anything you say into it, you can make a good beat out of. That's the good news.
Okay.
The word guy? What do you call this one?
WordTube.
When you just turned it on, what you saw?
Did you get drunk before you came back to the future? Back to the past?
I came back to the past.
Anyways, sorry, I interrupted you.
It can show you any fact. Anything.
What are you talking about? It can, like a encyclopedia description?
Sometimes when it is lazy, yes.
Uh-huh.
Look.
Can you show like pictures of food and stuff?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's you from the past.
Oh.
Now you're gonna die sooner because the future you has given the past you the diseases that you developed. So it's Anyways,
and well, we won't.
You jeopardized the entire podcast.
We won't get into that. Oh yeah. He won't mind.
Yeah, I'll just explain it to him.
Oh, that's the timer. Shit. Okay, you have to end the episode. It gets fucking way worse.
Thanks, man.
Remember, no matter what.
What?
Zach cannot pay you the $5,000, okay? I can't fucking afford it.
Yeah, okay. How much did it cost to come back to the past?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, fine. Whatever, man.
Okay.
Go back.
I'm gonna
Zach?
all right, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Beats me, FagTube. You know what? Fucking.
Hey, I'm gonna tell Zach.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell Zach this shit,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be even worse off. You're gonna be like, make the worst decisions. This guy sucks.
Yeah, great. Make it worse.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Jesus.
Hey, also, you're gonna record your 100th episode. Don't get a haircut.
Don't get a haircut. Starting now?
Trust me. Bye. See ya.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Nah, just kidding. I'm just kidding around. You're great. Leia plays last week in my time. So funny.
Good. I'm glad. That's encouraging.
What's on here right now? Anything good?
Here's this one. It says, "Go back to the future. Bye."
Okay,
That's what that one says.
I gotta go back to the.
Back
to where I'm.
Go back.
Fucking Billy. Billy Mays.
Hey, I bet you. Remember when I did the $5,000 bet and you lost, and so you owe me $5,000?
Yeah.
How much you want to bet that in the future you're gonna say that you can't pay it off? I'll bet you $10,000 that you're gonna say that at some point.
No, we're making so much money from Jell-O and Nike. I'll be doing great.
Okay, so you take the bet. I'll bet you $1 million things are gonna get worse. That's what I say.
For me?
For just everybody, I think.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Okay. It is let me put me down for $5 million. You're gonna go bald.
Please, come on, look at me.
You're right, but I'm crazy. But if you want to just like accept the bet, I have $5 million from fucking Nike money. Like you just said, it's not a huge deal. Like,
we're gonna make a bet that both of us have the same hair by what, our 100th episode?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
100th episode. We both have full heads of hair. I say we won't.
Which, based on my calculations, should be coming up like any time. 2011, maybe.
I hate to lose money.
Yeah.
All right, bet's made.
Great.
Perfect.
Sealed with a tap to Walter White's little bald balloon head. Well, I got my crying done back there.
I don't have any tears left. I cried them all out.
Well, it has been a strange June 28th, 2009.
Yeah.
I really want to go watch Gooby again and just forget my troubles for a while. Should we try one more time to turn this thing on and see, and we'll just see a picture of Gooby on it? Let's just try.
You know what? I have a feeling it might work.
Okay. Gooby. Gooby. Love that fucking Gooby. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. You want to take us out,
sure,
Billy Mays style, to remember him by?
Billy Mays here with a sign out for Metaphiles Podcast. Are you tired of watching this podcast? Buy this. I guess that's all I got. Well,
yeah.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Cheers, mate. I don't know if we should keep it being cheers, mate.
Why not?
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Metaphiles.
Hello there. It's almost the end of the show, but not quite. I'm Zach Caffrey,
I'm Jason Ford.
and you just watched the episode of Metaphiles that you watched, and now you're seeing this, and it's the part where we say, it's like us, subscribe to us, comment about it,
Get on our shit.
get on it, build a little community with us. You're all a part of it. It's a nice little world we have here.
It's just a big ball of liking and subscribing and comments.
And it's wonderful to do. And you like doing it. You do.
You do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And this week, why not make a comment about bye.
Bye-bye.
Metaphiles.